Look, if you're constantly striving for success, you're setting these massive goals, you're pushing for growth, but you still find yourself putting things off until the absolute last possible second, you probably just think you have a bad habit. Or worse, you might even think you have a terrible work ethic. Well, welcome to this explainer, because today we are going to unpack the fascinating and honestly highly misunderstood science of delay. We're not talking about basic time management hacks here or, color-coded planners. No, we're looking directly at the biological mechanisms inside your head to uncover why your brain is literally addicted to procrastination. By the end of this, you're going to fully understand the hidden dopamine secret that drives your daily decisions, and you'll see how just a single shift in perspective can completely change how you operate. I'll do it tomorrow. Come on, we've all said it, usually with that heavy sigh of resignation. I want you to think about that brief, maybe 10-second window when you finally make the call to just push a stressful, looming project to the next day. You firmly shut your laptop, and almost instantly you feel this massive, undeniable wave of absolute peace just wash over you. It feels fantastic, doesn't it? But then, it's 3 a.m. You wake up suddenly in the pitch black. Your heart is racing, your chest feels incredibly tight, and this crushing wave of panic suddenly sets in. That peace? It's completely gone, replaced by pure anxiety. That dramatic, exhausting swing from total peace to outright panic is exactly what we are going to decode today. So why does it feel so incredibly good to delay, but ultimately end in such predictable, severe panic? Think of this as a sort of neurochemical detective story. We're going to investigate exactly why high-achieving, incredibly smart people, just like you, fall into this exhausting pattern time and time again. It's a puzzle that frustrates literally everyone, from college students facing finals all the way up to CEOs running major corporations. To solve it, we really need to stop blaming our character, put away the daily to-do lists for a minute, and look straight into our own biology. For years, society has sold us this pervasive, honestly damaging myth. The myth that procrastination is simply a lack of willpower. We're constantly told that, we just need to try harder, be more disciplined, and simply stop being lazy. Well, I want to relieve you of that heavy boulder of guilt right now. The scientific reality is entirely different, and frankly, it's way more interesting. If you're procrastinating, it is absolutely not because you lack drive or willpower. You aren't lazy. You are actually caught in a highly evolved, deeply ingrained biological trap. Your body is just doing exactly what it was programmed to do over thousands of years of human evolution. The true culprit here? It's your brain's ancient reward system. Get this, your brain is actually, and entirely accidentally, by the way, rewarding you for running away from your responsibilities. It works kind of like this. When you face a complex, frustrating, or even just an ambiguous task, your brain perceives it as a legitimate threat. It is so similar to a caveman suddenly spotting a predator on the brush, or, hey, a toddler dramatically avoiding a plate of broccoli. Our brains are hardwired to help us avoid discomfort and seek out immediate safety. So when you avoid the work, your brain literally gives you a chemical high five for escaping the danger. It's trying to protect you. But in the modern workplace, yeah, it's doing a pretty terrible job. Now, this chemical high five leads us directly to a fascinating scientific concept known as the dopamine trough. We define the dopamine trough as the neurological drop in dopamine that creates severe anxiety after the temporary relief of delaying a task. Let's break that down. Dopamine is widely known as your feel-good neurotransmitter, right? It's the chemical that drives motivation, reward, and pleasure. When you successfully avoid that stressful work, boom, you get a quick, potent burst of it. It's basically the biological equivalent of eating a piece of candy instead of a nutritious dinner. But as we know, what goes up unnaturally fast must come crashing down. And that crash, that is the trough. It's a severe neurological drop in dopamine that creates intense anxiety and unease. This biological drop-off is the exact birthplace of your stress and that tight feeling in your chest. Okay, let's map out exactly how a single procrastinated task actually plays out in real time. Step 1, you hit a wall of stress and you choose to delay the task. Step 2, instantly you get that powerful dopamine hit, that instant relief, and it feels amazing in the moment. But as that temporary high wears off, the trap springs shut, bringing us to step 3, the trough. You plunge straight into it. Your dopamine doesn't just return to normal, it actually plummets way below your everyday baseline. This massive chemical deficit leaves you filled with a deep sense of dread and agitation. And that leads directly to step 4, that infamous 3 a.m. panic. The original task is still there, waiting for you, but now your brain is starved of dopamine and totally flooded with cortisol and stress hormones. When we actually look at the biological cost of this cycle, we quickly see what a terrible bargain it truly is. The temporary relief you feel from avoidance is just a quick, fleeting spike. It's this tiny, deceptive little blip on the radar. But the ensuing trough, that neurological drop, is massive, it's prolonged, and it is devastating. The height of that brief 10-second relief doesn't even come close to the depth of the anxiety that follows it. You're essentially trading just a few moments of comfort for hours or even days of intense, racing heart panic. It is a profoundly bad biological trade-off. It drains your energy, and it totally kills your focus. But here is the good news. Knowing how this mechanism works, that changes absolutely everything. Escaping this biological trap starts with pure awareness. Because, let's face it, you cannot outsmart a trap if you don't even know you're standing right in the middle of it. By finally recognizing that sudden urge to delay as a false biological signal, just a simple trick of your neurochemistry, you can actually step back and logically override it. When the urge hits, you can pause and tell yourself, wait, this isn't actual relief. This is just my brain setting me up for the trough. That little moment of friction, that split second of self-awareness, is exactly where you begin to take your power back from your primitive survival instincts. The absolute most important thing to remember as you navigate your goals and projects is this. You aren't lazy, you are just getting caught in the trough. Reframing your mindset from one of deep guilt to one of objective, scientific awareness is the ultimate key to taking permanent control of your productivity and your peace of mind. You now have the knowledge and the biological blueprint to literally outsmart your own neurochemistry. So, I'll leave you with this. The next time you feel that overwhelming urge to close your laptop and say, I'll just do it tomorrow, how will you rewrite your response?